श्री राम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। परमात्मा देव श्री राम, तुम परम शुद्ध बुद्ध नित्य सर्वशक्तिमान सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप ज्योतिर्मय एकमेव अद्वितीय परमेश्वर हो। तुम परम पुरुष दयालु देवाधिदेव हो। तुम्हें नमस्कार हो, बारंबार नमस्कार, बारंबार नमस्कार। करते हैं हम वंदना नत सिर बारंबार, तुझे देव परमात्मन मंगल शिव शुभकार। अंजलि परमस्तक किए विनय भक्ति के साथ, नमस्कार मेरा तुझे होवे जग के नाथ। दोनों कर को जोड़ कर मस्तक घुटने टेक, तुझको हो प्रणाम मम शत शत कोटि अनेक। पाप हरण मंगल करण चरण शरण का ध्यान, धार करूं प्रणाम में तुझको शक्ति निधान। भक्ति भाव शुभ भावना मन में भर भर पूर, श्रद्धा से तुझको नमूं मेरे राम हजूर। ज्योतिर्मय जगदीश है तेजो में अपार, परम पुरुष पावन परम तुझको नमस्कार। सत्य ज्ञान आनंद में परम धाम श्री राम, पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे होवे बहुत प्रणाम। पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। श्री राम राम राम। राम राम to every sadhak. We are on the chapter The Lord, page number 27. And these are no small fry, they are men of movement. So such persons who have got the knock of God, so who were at the vicinity, felt the vicinity of God. These are not small persons, they were men of movement. So since a span of century, such persons are born at certain moments and they are having a lifespan. After that again a centuries has to wait for such a person. So these are not small fries, these are men of movement. Trace the evolution of concept of God backward. It has its origin in dark ages of ignorance. We may argue that you may trace the concept of ages of evolution. So the origin of God has only taken place when the people were not known about science. They were not knowing what is moon, what is sun, so they were thinking that these are gods. They were praying them, offering their tributes to them. You may argue it, because the origin of God, it is linked with the age of ignorance. Its genesis is the fear of unknown, because there were certain times eclipse, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. So you may argue that it is due to fear, due to uncertain fear, why such cyclones are coming, why such kind of diseases are coming, virogenetic diseases, bacteriogenetic diseases. You may fear that due to this only the person has believed that there is someone who is omnipotent, and due to our faults, due to our wrong deeds, that person is making us sufferer. So the persons have only prayed to God, that's why they have alliterated to God. You may think it. Now, God is unworthy of the self-conscious and civilized society, but we are self-conscious, we are civilized, and it is the era of science. And in this era of science, God is unworthy for all of us, and it was a remote past story when the ignorant people were there and they had prayed God because they were not knowing anything. You may argue it. We should do away with all the superstitions. Now it is the time, it is the era of science, and these type of superstitions, ridicules, now we have to leave it and be civilized. You may argue it. This argument is good as far it goes. Yes, this may do for good for you as far as it goes, but it is not going to go very far, because but it does not go far enough. All this is wide of the mark, so this is eccentric, it is out of center. Such points are not valid for a longer period of time. What was this to do with the existence or non-existence of God? So it is that we have only obeyed God, we were religious, so we thought in ourselves that there is some omnipotent power. It has nothing to do whether the God exists or God does not exist. There is no link between them. Like the story of evolution of wheat is nowhere linked whether the wheat can quench our hunger, so whether it can satisfy us when we are hungry. It is not linked with the story of evolution of wheat, how the wheat has been evolved from the primitive stage to at the present stage. It is nowhere linked that we should eat wheat roti or we should not eat when we are hungry. In the similar manner, how the feeling of God is evolved within us, it is originated within us, it has no link. It cannot be linked whether the God is present or not, because at this level of our reasoning mind, we cannot judge that God is immeasurable. God cannot be measured by us. Some have felt it in their era, and the persons in vicinity of them also realize that that person is enlightened. So we cannot measure the God. How can you measure the mountain from standing at a one observatory point? You can only see one aspect of mountain. From other point of view, you may see some lakes. From third point of view, some at other, and at different strata. When you are at different heights, then also you are seeing the same mountain with different view positions. So God cannot be seen as a whole by us, and even by these senses. from our mana, from our pran, and from our reasoning mind. It is beyond that. We cannot by reason, because the reasoning mind, one reason can be cancelled out by the other better reason. There are the news panelists who are sitting, and one who is more intellect cutting the other's reason. So by reasoning you cannot judge that whether God is there or not. Like in dream, the same. Only I am seeing dream, and within my dream I myself split into 20 personalities, and within those 20 personalities there is a game, there is a story, and it is all interwoven by us in my dream. It is interwoven by me in my dream. Those are clashing with each other, those are arguing, but any of them has ability that who am I in reality, because those dreamy persons has no capability to go beyond dream. When we come out from dream, then only it is realized I am something else, and whatever I am discussing in dream, it was all false. So in the similar manner, at the best capacity of mind, at the best capacity of our brain, then also we cannot judge, and we cannot even decide or confirm whether the God is there, because it is beyond them. These mind and brain, reasoning mind and prana has no entry at the doorsteps of God. They are out of the door. These things are, when these are offered, surrendered, then only we get entry at this. Because it is all the matter of love, it is all the matter of alliteration, surrendering. So there you cannot judge on the basis of your mind. Physical things can be judged by physical parameter, astral thing can be judged only by love. So the argument only shows how the concept of God has evolved. So your concept of evolution and concept of God can be justified, that this argument is confined only up to the level how the concept of God is evolved. It has no link with whether the God is present or not. Man makes God in his own image. So man makes God in his own image. It is mere idealization. There is no so much difference in the idea of God amongst men. Some is thinking that there is Bansuri Vada Krishna. Some is thinking that there is a crossbow with Ram. Some others are thinking that God is having no image, and there are several deities in others' minds. Some are saying that it is lion ridden Durga. So it is Singh Arudh Durga. So there are several images, and in other religions also there are different images of God in their mind. Why it is so? Because the same mountain is seen by various persons by different aspect. Nobody can see God as a whole, because it is aparimeya. It is immeasurable. It cannot be measured. So how can we see? There are various windows through which we only have a glimpse of God. So, but different windows we are seeing the different glimpse of God. In the similar manner, various saints in different religions have seen God, and they have personified it in their own manner. So it is due to the reason that though God can be personified, but it is beyond personification. This world is incomprehensible. It looks incomprehensible. Then also it is comprehensible. It is looking complex, but it is so simple. It is a path of evolution. It is a flow of stream of evolution in which spontaneously, without any effort, we are flowing, and we are flowing to our ultimate unification, ultimate perfection. We are moving effortlessly, we are moving to our perfection. There is no much effort made by us from the Stone Age to various stages, and now at the human stage 2, then superhuman stage. From Pragyan Chetna to Bhagavati Chetna, we have to pass to perfection, to unification, reunification with God. We ultimately, each particle of the world is going to become a God and become one. In reality, we are one. That the 20 persons within my dream was only one. It is the play which ultimately again this is converged into a single person. It is I only which is playing within our dream a play, but those all personalities were me only. The argument only shows how the concept of God has evolved. Man makes God in his own image. It is the mere idealization. There is so much difference in the idea of God amongst men. It is objected. You may object that somebody is saying that God is like this, and others are saying that God is Bansuri Vadak, and others are saying that it is crossbow bearing God. You may object it. How a God can be in two different images? There is nothing objectionable in it. God is not an ordinary physical being. He cannot be seen and measured as other objects can be. So that it cannot be. God is prime. He is immeasurable. So how can you measure? So he is Gunatit. He is beyond all virtues. That's why he can bear virtues. He can personify, even he can descend in human being, and even he rejuvenate every particle, every cell of that person in which the God is descending. So he rejuvenate pran, he rejuvenate mana, he rejuvenate our reasoning mind, that is mind, intellect mind. Everything of that person becomes a glimpse of God, and the person who is in vicinity of that saint can visualize it, can feel it. So एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जो संत है, उसकी उपस्थिति में उसके आसपास के लोग कृतकृत्य हो जाते हैं. So they all get bestowed by presence of such a saint. Some of us also seen and have got a chance in vicinity of Swamiji, like Padma Ma. So they become Kratya. So they have felt that what is within Swamiji, that cannot be, it is unforgettable. Such things cannot be forgotten. So who can have a photograph him? There is no any photograph, because from all personalities he is trespassing. So he is beyond all personalities. Mind reaches him not. Mind reaches him not. You can imagine him not. What is God? It is beyond imagination. Even it cannot be explained. Who has seen cannot explain. What is that joy? Cannot be explained. If I am in an island and I have never seen a flower, and somebody who has came to some other island or some other country explains that there was a flower, it was having essence, it was having aroma, and it was so and so colors are there, and the other person may ask, how is the flower, what is the flower? Then he picks up a stone and says it was like this. So similar is the explanation. The person who has enjoyed God, who has lived in God, that person also cannot explain, because that kind of dimension, that kind of I am is not within us. Even when the new dimension will open, then only our mana can feel, our these senses, eyes, nose, ears, they can feel the taste, they can feel the light, they can hear the sound. But from these five senses, there are other dimensions also. When such dimension opens, then only we can visualize the new objects. Like from these senses, and they have their limited capacities. We cannot see all the colors of electromagnetic waves, that is light. We can only see a small visible region. Otherwise, there are infrared and ultraviolet lights which the other animals can see, but we cannot see. We are not having dimension even to see this physical world. Then what to talk about God, who has made all these, who has made all dimensions? So when new dimensions arises within us, because like it is the possibility within a seed to become a giant tree, it is the possibility within a bud to become flower and ultimately to become fruit. Similar is the possibility within our soul to ultimately bloom a pranmay kosh. It has already been bloomed. Ultimately, after that, manomay kosh. After that, it is blooming vigyanmay kosh. After that, anandmay kosh. So when new dimension arises, then you see new things around you. Then you feel by those dimension, like the person who is not having eyes. So one dimension of that blind person is closed. Even you shout in front of him, light is like this, light is like this, you touch this, light is like this, but that person is unable to understand, who is birth blind, what is light. If a person is not having capacity to listen, how can a person feel what is the sound? That dimension is closed for him. A person who is having other senses which are incapable or impaired, that person, that dimension is closed for him. However, we are lucky that our 5 dimensions are open. It is okay. We can touch, we can feel, we can smell aroma. In the similar manner, there are infinite dimensions, and by those infinite dimensions also God is immeasurable, because those dimension and the capacity is all generated by God. He has only given Sanjay Divyadrashti, and Arjun was her that is Bhakt, so could see her Virat Roop. So this is such a beauty. Mind reaches him not, intellect fails. So कोई हद ही नहीं शायद उसके जलवों के फसाने की, सुनाता जा रहा है जिसको जितना याद आता है. कोई हद ही नहीं शायद, देयर इज नो लिमिट, ही इज लिमिटलेस, एंड एवरीबडी इज राइटिंग पोएट्री. कबीर इज राइटिंग पोएट्री, सूर इज राइटिंग पोएट्री, तुलसी हैज रिटन अ महाकाव्य एपिक. Everybody is writing. Whatever is memorized, that much is written about her only. So, who would measure him, and what which rod? Who can take a photograph of him? Mind reaches him not, intellect fails. What wonder if we vary in our ideas of transcendental reality? If we vary, so in ideas of our transcendental, anything which is beyond our realization, that is transcendental reality. So in that only we express our God in transcendental reality, because some saint could have opened there some dimensions. When Arjun says, now roll yourself, I am not able to see you in this Virat Roop, I am fearful, I cannot see. So Krishna was so generous, he was opening the dimension to explore his beauty, his Virat Roop, but Arjun was fearful, because we are having a body which also has certain limitations. So when the Virat Roop was unrolled at certain stage, Arjun says, no sir, I am not able to see more, I am fearful, please roll yourself again. So it is such a beauty that up to whatever dimension you go, you can explore your God, and because God is limitless, so it is our capacity. Who has only the 6th dimension opened? 6th dimension means from the same point of view the person sees the past, the present and the future. If we are crossing that limitation or dimension of time, then you can see what was you in past, now at present, and where you are going. Like a truck, You can see a truck is moved and now it is here and it will go in that direction. So when the dimension of time you will cross, then there is no future and past and present for you. So such is the sixth dimension. Such dimensions have been discovered by scientists also. They can trespass in various time dimensions and also having new inventions in that field. So there are dimensions, it is God. Few of them has been only explained by scientists. Not if they have not generated. It is pre-existing. 10 dimensions is known, even known by scientists that there are at least 10 dimensions. But how many are there? Nobody knows. Is this universe is having a certain kind of kilabandi or wall around it? It is limitless. So scientists are claiming that it is a universe, it is single universe. But where is the wall of universe? It is infinite. Until you go, whatever direction you go, whatever, how far you go, it is limitless. So it is limitless in miniature size, Ano Raniyan Mehto Mahiyan. So in smaller, there is no end point of the smaller. So that means he is infinite, indefinite at the smaller, and also there is no minimum possible dimension or length or size, and there is no maximum possible length or mass. So such God is infinite. How can we measure them by our these limited senses? But it was possible by prem, by the saints who has realized, who became Kratya. So it was bestowed by God, that God gave him a special grace to feel thou self. God wonder if we make him in our images that merely reflects the truth. We image like our Hanumanji is there and he is wearing a gada and such things. It is image. It is why we are making such images, to link our heart with that God, for prem. That in any matter, because prem is only the divine virtue which directly links us who is mortal to that immortal, this ephemeral to eternal. So this is a direct link. So if we are having prem, we are having love to all the creations of God, and silent, do not doubt on her creations and her karma. Things are proliferating. Things are proliferating for betterment. Imagine what will be the situation if you live within carcasses. Imagine what will be the situation if a single young person is living with 10 old men. If all the generation of previous were alive, then imagine what is the situation of younger person with an infinite old man living within the family. Is such possible? And there are the decomposers. The life of those who are dead is decomposed by tiny microorganisms like bacteria. So everything is so planned that this world is getting clean, this world is evacuated for the new incoming, forthcoming generation to welcome it, so it is worthy for them to live, so it is enjoyable. In the similar manner, whatever is going on in today's date, it is a harbinger of a new level of mankind. So a new level of mankind is going to be generated. The persons are now, they are free from desire, they are free from the attachment of money. They are now taking the death of any person in a very simpler manner. How it happened? Because of such an epidemic, because of such a waba, such a kind of disease. It is so beautiful, because we are going to reach at another level of mankind. When you get a small tap or shock, you are not going to wake up. When if tree is exaggerated, it is shaken, it is overhauled well, then only its fruit falls. In the similar manner, when we are shaken deeply in our heart, then these lower limits, otherwise they are so tightly it is so tightly attached, closely attached with soul, that they are not going to veer off them. So such a condition is needed for us to leave us ego. Now we are having very depleted ego. We are now know that माली आवत देख कर कलियन करी पुकार, फूले फूले चुन लिए काली हमारी बार. We are having no capacity in the determination in front of proliferation of God. So whatever God is doing, she is great and we have to accept it. And even if a shishu is in the lap of mother, a baby is in the lap of mother, then the incoming taute, cyclone, the baby is enjoying. Why? Because in the lap of mother. So in the similar manner, when we are in the lap of mother, then do not say that this is not good and this is ashubh. Nothing is ashubh. If it is done by our Mangal Ma, and who knows what is in this path of evolution coming, incoming thing. So when we do not know the next point, the next future point, we are not able to see. We do not have the sixth dimension. Then we should not question, because from remote past we have reached here. If you are standing in front of a person who is of primitive age, if you are standing in front of a Homo sapien, that means who has just evolved from chimpanzee, then you say what kind of such Homo sapien is there, chimpanzee is there, is such a human is worthy to call a human. Then you realize that this evolution is necessary. When our brain becomes more and more complex, then only our manomekos, our reasoning mind can proliferate. First God makes instrument, and within this the new capacities and new dimensions takes place. In the similar manner, this whatever epidemic is going on, it is only to shake us deeply. Then only we can be submitted, we can be alliterated at the feet of God. Otherwise we are in the alcoholic mood. हम नशे में झूम रहे हैं. We are somewhere within our ego, we are moving and dancing. So such a condition is necessary to exaggerate, to rejuvenate the whole mankind. Because when the society is getting uplifted, then along with that society, the human is getting uplifted, because it was already forecasted by Nostradamus and all, that such a era is going to come after 2021, that the mankind will be at some another level, and in such cases some saint will, it is going to be worthy for the generation of proliferation and for udbhav of some saint, because the earth is going to be worthy for such a situation, such a condition, when men are more inclined towards God. And now that era has come, and we all are lucky to witness such era. So now Geeta Verma ji will chant a bhajan for us. हाँ जी, आ रही. Now bhajan is, I think, ended. It was last line. Shri Ram सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। न तो हम कामये राज्यं न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं कामये दुःखतप्तानां प्राणिनामार्तनाशनं त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द न तुमदिष्टं पाहि मां रक्ष मां रक्ष। तेरी इच्छा पूर्ण हो मां, हम सब तेरी शरण। श्री राम। राम 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 राम।